What is up? It's your boy J&W Boss in the building. We are about 2 episodes away from the end of an era pay-per-view, which means the beginning of Action Central Wrestling. But tonight we are right here in Salt Lake City, Utah. So without further ado, let's kick things off with Brandon versus Pierce Perch in singles action. Our opening contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, weighing in at 220 pounds, Brandon. Now, Brandon got himself in this situation because last episode, after Alex was beaten bloody prior to his matchup, he had to have a match against Pierce Perch, in which Pierce beat Alex, obviously, because it already came into that match beating him bloody at the hands of Draven. And so Draven, in his correction phase, beating Alex with a baseball bat, Brandon made the save. And so now he had put himself in the crosshairs of Draven and Pierce Perch here. And we don't know about Alex's mindset. We're going to get more into him later because he has a match against Andrew Lynn. But right now, I can see where Brandon is coming from. I understand. I'm sure he knows that Alex had mentioned before that he wanted nothing to do with him. But what logical human being sits by and watch all of that happen? Exactly. So Brandon, for sticking up for Alex, I applaud you. And we're going to see how this Mr. Pierce Perch does in singles action in an actual matchup. And his opponent, accompanied by Draven, from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing in at 270 pounds, the Prince, Pierce Perch. Okay, screw it. Before I say anything about Mr. Perch here, I'm going to say next person that calls themselves Prince or whatever, before actually doing anything of note, I'm coming at you. Just so you know that. But whatever. For now, Mr. Pierce, you get a pass. And we actually get the chance to see what Pierce can do in an actual matchup. As mentioned before, last episode, he beat down and already bloodied Alex before his matchup, or during his matchup. And Pierce is in cahoots with Mr. Draven over there. And those two will be assisting in the success of Alex, assisting in the molding and shaping of Alex's future. Alright, y'all two are very obsessive over this guy, and for what, I don't know. How is Alex's mindset about this? I don't know. But nonetheless, we get started here. Brandon is on fire. So hello. Once again, this is J&W Boss. Welcome you guys to another edition of All Out Revolution. As mentioned before, 2 episodes away from the end of an era pay-per-view and the beginning of Action Central Wrestling, where the 2 rosters will become one. So at any point during this episode, you're so inclined, feel free to click the like, comment, and subscribe, and click the bell icon that way you don't miss another upload. Right now, Brandon is on point right now. He is hitting the target at 100% accuracy. Look at that, the monkey flip. Looking him down, and so far this Prince is really looking like a jester right now, if you get my drift. Brandon is the one on fire, and I think it doesn't help that word was going around that Mr. Pierce over here was saying Brandon is, and this is his word, not mine. Wait a second, I'm going for a cover. Pretty early on, gets a 1 count. But I was saying word was going around that Mr. Pierce over here was saying Brandon is, quote unquote, unglorious. His word, not mine. But it's funny that he says that, and right now, Brandon, I would say, I was about to say Brandon was still in control of his matchup, but the moment I go to say that, Pierce finally gained control. And the thing I'm kind of noticing about Pierce here, he's very, very confident for a guy who first match here was against a guy that was nowhere near 100%. I mean, right now, he's looking very impressive. Nice hamstring cutter there from Mr. Perch. He's looking very impressive right now, and I really wonder how far this little alliance go between himself, Draven, and at least for the time being anyway, with Alex. Right now, Pierce, if he can keep doing stuff like this, he might actually be on to something. I don't know about the whole Prince motto, but, you know, he's on to something. A rolling cutter again from Pierce, and they kick out at 2. Brandon is staying alive in this one. And again, I find it funny he called Brandon unglorious because Brandon's always been a very humble guy. You know, he hasn't really shown that. Oh, man, wow. Never really showed that cocky attitude. Confident, yes. Cocky, no. There's a difference. And Pierce should definitely get to know the difference. He almost knew what a victory was like. And against a fresh opponent, he almost got the win right there against Brandon. And now Pierce is on a roll. And, oh, man. And you gotta wonder what Alex is thinking watching this, knowing that Brandon tried to get involved. I'm sure he knows at this point that Brandon tried to get involved in his business last episode when Alex has made it clear to Brandon that he wanted nothing to do with him. He wanted to move on and live his life without Brandon present. They were tag team champions at one point, and then thanks to Brandon opening his mouth, they lost it in the same night. So ever since then, I can understand why Alex would want to keep a fair distance away from Brandon. Right now, Brandon then kind of put himself back in the crosshair. Then he's dealing with Mr. Perch, who hit an impressive rolling unprettier into the cover, and that almost got him the win right there. And so far, Pierce is on a roll. Look at this, the 2 running drop kicks in the corner. Brandon is in a heap of trouble right now. Stiff right hand. Ooh. Stiff right hand again. Look at this. He's going down. Oh! Down he goes. Beautiful work. Pierce is on a roll. Let's see if he can keep it up here. Ooh. Well, Brandon was able to counter back. Brandon was able to catch him with a forearm drop kick. And I noticed Pierce is out here with Raven, but I do not see Raven. Ooh! They go for an uppercut. That mess caught him flush. And now Brandon trying to spin this matchup back around here. And I wonder what this will do emotionally for Brandon if he's able to win this one. Does he feel that, you know, he's proven a point to Alex in this matchup? Where's his headspace at? Ooh! Right to the face and knee right to the spine there. And now goes Brandon. Wait a minute, look at this. Oh, wow! Slam there from Brandon, and from a guy who was sitting there saying that Pierce is unglorious and whatever. You're doing a tremendous job right now. Coming him right on the back of his head and neck, and letting it rip. He's on fire right now. Let's see if he can keep it going. I thought, where did Draven go? This war came out here with Draven. I don't know. Weird. Anyway. It ain't going to matter associated with Draven or not. He's about to put this one away. Here we go. Ooh, right counter right there from Pierce. Right counter from Pierce. Going to put him up on the top rope now. This is where Pierce gets the ball rolling. Apparently Draven is not here. I don't know, I guess Mr. Spike thought he was here, but apparently not. But look at this Spanish fly. Beautiful work off the Spanish fly. And look at this. The double foot up right to the rim. I got to admit, that was a couple of impressive moves on the part of Pierce. And what the world? Ooh! The go-home driver driving him down. And now Pierce. He got this one in the back. Curve stop. Curve stop from Pierce. And now, here we go. They're going for the curve stop for the second time. Yes, he does. Fun fact. Wait a second. Oh, man. The 2 curve stops and then driving the knee right to the head. We saw him beat Alex with it. We see him beat Brandon here tonight with it. Impressive debut. I will give you that. Here's your winner, Pierce. Pierce picking up the win in an official match. And I got to say, for a first official match, He did not do bad at all. Him out here, dude obviously knows what he's doing in the ring. Very technically sound. Definitely not afraid to take risks as he did with the Spanish Fly. So, in what I will call his debut match, Mr. Perch picked up the win. And again, you gotta ask, what does this mean for Alex? What does it mean for everything involving, Brandon and that crew going forward? And as I mentioned, Alex, he will be in a matchup against Andrew Lance. If you are Alex, you know he's not at 100%, but I know he's going to give it his all here against his very cocky Andrew Lance. I'm actually hoping Alex gets the win, to tell you the honest truth. But we're going to have to see Alex versus Andrew Lance, one of our matchups for tonight. And then it will also be Reaper and Forsaken versus the Cabal. In a number one contender match for the Tag Team Championship, winner will face the Millennium Rider next episode on the final All-Out Revolution episode for the Tag Team title. But who is it going to be? Team Wicked, or will it be the Cabal? Either way, it's going to be an exciting contest. That much I can promise you. And in our main event, it is a no disqualification match, the return of Nick Carter when he faced the top-class Warriors, Brandino. Brandino tried to take out Nick Carter previously, failed. Nick Carter's back and ready to go, and apparently he's gunning for the rest of Top Class Warriors. And he gets a chance to start with Brandino here tonight in our main event. Time to move on to the tag team action, baby. The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Seattle, Washington, weighing in at 201 pounds, the 5-star athlete, Aaron Weaver. Now, Aaron Weaver and his partner, Evan West, are going to be facing the Millennium Riders coming up next. Because Aaron felt like he was robbed, actually, during his match against Sean Walter last episode. Because you can argue that if it wasn't for Brian Walter's interference on the outside, that Aaron would have had this matchup in the bag. So, with that, Aaron said, all right, let me go get me a partner. We're going to run this back tag team style, and we're going to see how this goes. And he got Evan West, the guy that he got some history with. They gained a lot of respect for each other after the best of 5. His partner from Columbia, South Carolina, weighing in at 193 pounds, Evan West. Evan West and Aaron Weaver, two guys that started All Out Revolution as adversaries, two guys that started All Out Revolution in this battle for, supremacy, really. In a battle to see who was the better wrestler, in which Evan West did come out the better man of the series, and he technically was the first ever All Out Revolution Global Champion. But history later, we can clearly see that belt is no longer around the waist of Evan West. However, let's not downplay Evan here. He's still a great competitor. Inside this ring, I feel he got all the potential in the world to be one of the greatest high flyers across All Out Action and All Out Revolution. And I feel that when ACW starts, if Aaron and Evan decide to stay a tag team, that's a great idea. If they don't, though, I think they still got a successful single career ahead of them if they play their cards right. Right now, they got to work as a unit against the All Out Revolution Tag Team Champion, the Millennium Riders. It's going to be the first time we're seeing these two in tag team action since winning the tag team championships, too. And introducing their opponent, at a combined weight of 440 pounds, they are the current All Out Revolution Tag Team Champions, Brian and Sean Walter, the Millennium Riders. Sean Walter in the black and purple, Brian Walter in the white. And if you are Brian and Sean Walter, you gotta put yourself in this position and say, this is the moment where we gotta prove ourselves as a tag team competitor. They made it to the top of the mountain. They're tag team champions. The question is, how can these two, how can they bring it home here? They got to face Sean and Brian, but win, lose, or draw, you got to defend your tag team titles on the following episode. And then if you win that match, you have to face well, the current AOA Tag Team Champion in the Twisted Disciples at the end of an era pay-per-view. So safe to say, you're looking at a very rough uphill start to for the Tag Team Champions here. Look at it. Oh, look at Aaron. Look at Aaron trying to get the quick pin on Sean Walter. Sean able to get out of that. And wait a minute. Sean trying to do the same thing. Get that quick pin, and Aaron able to kick out. Good on him. And back to the Millennium Riders here. They're beginning to take control of this matchup. I mean, if you are, Sean and Brian, these next 3 matches here, well, probably 2 if you lose the tag team titles, but these next matches here are really going to help, shape your future, shape your start in Action Central Wrestling. Because if you lose here and then win the tag team titles, you go in on a bit of you go in with some momentum, but you're still feeling a little shaky after that. Oh, man, after that first loss. And if you lose the tag team titles, then dang, that kind of sucks. You lose them on your first defense. So a lot is riding for the Millennium Riders here. And right now, Sean Walter is not in the best spot as he's really getting put to work here by Aaron Weaver. Got him in their corner. Doing a smart thing. Now they're about to use his speed to his advantage here. Always an impressive athlete is Aaron Weaver. That much is a given in dealing with this guy. I notice how Sean is quickly getting to his stomach. Not a bad idea, especially when you're in a situation like this. You need to kind of get to your stomach as quick as possible. Try to go make the tag. Try to do what he can. But Aaron's not going to let it happen. Going to stay on top of him. Kick out at 1. Not too surprised that it's pretty early on, but Aaron's going to go to the top rope anyways. He said, I got this one. Shooting star press. Excellent work. Sean Walter now is in a heap of trouble. Sean Walter now going for the cover. 2. Oh! Sean able to kick out of it of that, or Brian was able to make the save. But look at Evan right on top of his game. Rope flows and taking down Brian, and now Sean is in a 2-on-1 spot with a great drop kick to Aaron, looking to turn this one around. Like I mentioned before, these two were in a matchup last episode, in which you can argue Aaron could have won that match and would have won that match. Had Brian over there not gotten involved, and Brian has made it back to his feet. Once again, Sean is in the black and purple. Brian is in the all white. And then all white. Not in the all white, in all white. You get my point. Brian in white. And now he's tagged into the matchup, and now we get to see the Millennium Riders do exactly what they do best. Look at it. Oh! A kick right there. These two guys winning the tag team title back at our Breaking Boundary pay-per-view, defeating a very, very experienced team in Wolfpack. And I find it a little amusing, not really amusing, because I never want to, see a talent do poorly, but I find it interesting how it seems that ever since Wolfpack lost the tag team title, they've been on the downward slope while the Millennium Riders stock is clearly rising here, and they are on a roll here in this matchup. Sean is back in up to the top rope. Here we go. Double rotation moonsault. Nice work. Nice work. Straight into a cover here, and Evan able to break things up, but doing a good job in taking down Brian in the process. And now Sean is on one right now. Here we go. Here we go. Look at this. Hurricane Rana, excellent work. And now Aaron. Wait a minute. I thought Aaron was going to go for something there. Sean was a step ahead of the game. Sean was ready to rock. Over to the corner goes Aaron. And look at this. The frequent tag back and forth. Sean and Brian is all one. Look at the leg drop from Brian Walter putting down Aaron. Ooh, good right hand. Now Aaron is in a heap of trouble. He needs to get to his partner as soon as possible. The knee right to the back. But I guess this is kind of what you get when you're dealing with two tag team aficionados like the Millennium Riders. You start sitting there thinking, you start almost resorting to, well, first, that was a nice and pretty or great move to resort to for Brian, and he might have the win right here. 2. Oh, and Evan knocking out the ref. That's one way to stop a count from happening. But I was saying, that's the interesting thing about being a singles guy in a tag team matchup. You kind of resort to what you would resort to if you were a singles competitor. So right now, you can probably get Aaron, kind of reaching down and towards this reserve thing, trying to figure out, what he can do to stay in this one. And he was able to counter the swanton there from Brian. But now, instead of instantly going for the tag, which is what, you probably should do, which is what you argue Aaron should do in this spot, he approaches it like he would a single competition and continue with the onslaught to Brian here. Look at this, gonna flip it around though with the GTS. If I was Aaron, this is the moment I would make the tag. I mean, your partner's back on the apron, and he realizes that, and now we're gonna go for it. Kick to the leg, but probably wasted a little bit too much time, and now Brian back in control, and the Millennium Riders are back on their A game. Wait a second, Brian stepped to the outside. I don't know what the word his game plan was. I don't think that was the wisest move. Maybe Brian was trying to step out and catch a breather, but that allowed a wide open door for Aaron to make the tag. Here comes Evan. A house of fire here. A rare rookie mistake there from the Millennium Riders. They cost him this matchup. It's a girl to the side of the head. Evan is coming out here like a house on fire, man. And he needs to keep that same energy. And he's looking to keep that same energy. Look at this, torpedo, DDT to the floor. And now Evan this time is in a 2-on-1 situation because his partner Aaron is out on the floor. And I hope I said Evan and not Aaron the first time, but Evan is in a 2-on-1 situation here, but he's holding his own right now. He's keeping Brian out of his corner. He's doing what he got to do. That throwback, putting him down. Here we go. Was he thinking about it? Westward expansion? No, never mind. I thought he was thinking westward expansion. Apparently not. He got something else in mind. Referee, get down there. Excellent senton from Evan, and only a 2 count. Partially blame the ref there, but I don't think you're going to be hearing Evan or Aaron crying over spilled milk. Shot right to the rib. Ooh! Shot right to the ribs of Evan, and then the super kick by Brian. And now Brian is on one right now. Brian is on a roll here. Tag is made. Here comes Shaw. And I think you can clearly see out of the group who got the tag team experience and who's trying to figure this thing out. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, because Evan and Aaron, they've been on their game this matchup. But now they gotta try to bring it home with the Fisherman Buster dropping Evan on the top of his head. I don't think that's gonna help his case then. And fortunately, Aaron was able to get in the ring. But there's Shaw. It's like he was almost ready for that. What the world? Sending Aaron to the outside, and look at him. The torpedo DDT. Torpedo DDT, and down goes there. Oh! Evan missed-targeted. Evan was going for Shawn. And a misfire. If he'd have had a Shawn, would have step out of the way, but either way, he hits his own partner. Brainbuster into a frog splash. Wow. Straight into a cover. This might be over. Ooh. Aaron was able to break it up. But then immediately ate a clothesline for his effort. And wait a minute. Now Aaron. Ooh. That was a shot right through the back of Brian. The crowd here loving this action, and I admittedly can't blame them. Great clothesline. Down goes. Now, down goes Evan, and down goes Aaron. Brian is the only one right now. And now I think the Millennium Rider might as well just take it home. They're going to do it. Go for it again. Brainbuster. Right to a frog splash. Excellent work. Brian doing the smart thing. Taking Aaron out of the equation, and the Millennium Rider got it. But if you ask me, here's your winner, the team of Brian and Sean Walter, the Millennium Riders. But if you ask me, though, I think if Aaron and Evan can get the tag team thing figured out, they could be a devastating team. Seriously. But for right now, the Millennium Riders win this one, that they will more than likely be watching to see who will be challenging for their tag team championships. Will it be Wicked or will it be the Cabal? Wait a minute. That's Toxin, and she's attacking Gloria Bass here. We saw Toxin do the same thing last episode. Or attempt to do the same thing, but Gloria was able to keep fighting and get back to her feet, and now we're seeing it again, and this seems like a pattern almost. Seriously. I mean, we saw it with Candy and Sassy, and we saw it with Toxin last episode, and we're seeing it again here. And I'm trying to figure out still, what is the motive? What's the reasoning? Oh, man. Toxin throwing her head first into the locker and a super kick. Good grief. And absolutely laying out the All-Out Revolution Women's Champion here, man. It's vicious. Absolutely vicious. And again, what for what? Clearly Gloria has a target on her back, but this one seems a little bit more personal than most. But we got to move on here. It's Alex versus Andrew Lance, man. Wow. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, weighing in at 220 pounds, Alex. Alex is making her way down to the ring here. Bandaged up, bruised up, and still quiet about everything that's been going on between him and Graves. We do know this much about Alex. We know he doesn't want the association with Brandon. But we don't know how he's feeling about all of this. And I don't know why that is. I've never seen a guy take a beating as constantly as Alex has, go through the stuff that Alex has gone through, and has remained quiet. If I'm Alex at this point, I really hope he is really contemplating everything fully to figure out if it's something he really wants to continue to pursue. I guess that's a decision for Alex to make and Alex alone to make. I don't like it. And introducing the opponent from Charleston, South Carolina, weighing in at 233 pounds, Andrew Lance. Speaking of stuff I don't like, first off, this guy and his ego. But second, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, Mr. Bloomberg is in the building. As I mentioned last episode, Mr. Bloomberg was going to be here to address everything that's been going on with Lorenzo Sampson and R.J. Smith and Brian Dexter and the suspended Darren Tarleton. He's going to be here to address all of that now. And I don't get a good, easy feeling about that in the slightest, given how power hungry Mr. Bloomberg is. But speaking of people who are in a very interesting position right now, Andrew Lance. We return to All-Out Revolution. Right? You beat Tony Woods in your first match back. And then ever since then, you've been conveniently ducking and dodging Jason Wells, the man who's been wanting to give you a fight, a real challenge. And now you're facing a man here tonight in Alex who, after everything he went through last episode, there's no possible way he's at 100%. Good luck convincing me or anybody else that this man is at 100%. It's unknown Andrew. He's probably going to take his sweet time here and have fun. Look at it. The neck breaker from Andrew Lance. I'm sorry, I can just tell I'm about to really just have a problem with all of this. Because I know how Andrew is, and I kind of feel bad for Alex. I mean, I'm hoping he makes whatever right decision he makes, but exactly what I'm talking about. I'm saying I feel bad for Alex because I hope he makes the right decision for him and his career. He knows what's best for him and his career. If he feels he's getting something from it, then good for him, I guess. But I question this whole tactic. And look at this, Andrew Lance of all people locking in a Dragon Sleeper. When has the dude ever gone for a submission? Not saying that he isn't technically sound. He is. But that's not his forte. And he just left it up. Andrew, bro, I get it. Your all-out action, tenure didn't go as well as you hoped it would. And admittedly, as well as I hoped it would. Yeah, that's true. Now the belly, and he left it up. Lance, I get it. Your all-out action tenure didn't go as well as you thought it would, as well as a lot of people thought it would. But you're back in All Out Revolution, and you got to do this. I mean, I get it. It's a match. But, wait a minute. Wait a second. Alex is fighting back. It shocked me, but Alex is fighting back here. I didn't think he would. I didn't think he had nothing left in him for real. I didn't think he had much in him, to tell you the truth. But I'm wrong. Look at this power slam from Alex. The crowd here in Salt Lake ain't really behind me. You're an Augie, then that happened. I thought we were actually getting something for a minute. But that brief flurry of offer from Alex definitely kind of gets your hopes up a bit. You know what I'm saying? So, who knows? Maybe he can have a flurry like that and put this matchup away, but Andrew is about to do just that. And Alex actually kicked out. I'm shocked. Alex actually kicked out. And I noticed Andrew Lance didn't let that one up. I think he realized he needs to stop playing around now. You shouldn't anytime you're in a ring, but do you. And going for the swinging net breaker, he gets it this time. Now he's taunting, he's showing off, he's telling him to get up, Lance. You got one of two options. Either go for the pin. Now look at him. Get your jaw checked, bro. And look at Alex is on fire, man. Andrew Lance spending all that time showboating and taunting at Alex's expense. And for once, Alex get to be on the other side of this whole thing. We've usually seen Alex in the past do all this taunting, do all this showboating, and not putting his opponents away. But now we're seeing maybe this relationship with Draven, as bizarre as it is actually going to pay off for him. Look at this. Off the DDT immediately, going for the cover and gets a 2.5. Andrew, you might have messed yourself up, bro. Kick to the midsection. Brain buster, he got him. The brain buster, he got him. Dumped him right on his head. 2. That was so close. And he probably didn't have enough strength to hit it at full potential, but look at Alex immediately. Going to the top rope. Not letting that kick out phase him. Cross body, he missed. Went for a cross body, he missed. Andrew Lance transferred Lance right to the back. Now I gotta pick him up for the second time. And yep, transferred Lance again. I think Andrew got this one in the bag, and yes, he does. Which, if this is any pattern of events, Draven is probably going to make his way out here pretty short. Your winner, Andrew Lance. I can't. I mean, Andrew Lance wins. He almost lost this one if he wasn't careful. But now I fear for what's about to happen to Alex again. Now Andrew, wait a minute, wait, oh no. Oh, there's, oh no. I knew it. Again for the third time. Wait a second. Then Brandon again for the second time though, making the save. Brandon took a loss to Draven's little protege, friend, mentor, whatever you call that, earlier. But now he's coming out here for the second time, making the save on behalf of Alex, and this time, thank goodness things didn't get too far. And Draven is in trouble at the hands here of Brandon. As he's slowly starting to stagger here. Look at, oh, what a vicious clothesline from Brandon, and yes, and Alex is seeing the light. He's about to beat the. Wait a minute, yo, wait, what? Well, I guess that answers my question on where Alex lied in all of this. I think it's clear he's still going to remain. Oh, brain buster. Dude. I mean, he made it clear. What was that? He helped you. The dude who beat you down with a... I don't get this. Whatever's going on, I don't get any of it. You must be real proud of yourself, Andrew. You know, how about this? I'm getting sick and tired of you running your mouth. I'm getting sick and tired of you ducking me. How about you meet me in the ring on the final All Out Revolution episode, and we see who the best wrestler is. We see who the better man is. What do you say to that, Andrew? I say you need to watch who you're talking to, Jason. Because I beat Alex. I just beat him. You want to talk about a guy who got the future of All Out Revolution, who got the potential ACW future in the palm of his hand? A guy like Alex is it. So whatever else he got going on between Brandon, Draven, Pierce, whatever, that's none of my business. But I'm about getting sick and tired of you interjecting yourself in my business, Jason. So you want a match against me next episode? You got it. But be prepared for that to be the worst mistake of your career. Because I'm going to outclass you on every conceivable level. Well, I think that finally Andrew Lance is going to be a man about this whole thing and actually take Jason Wells up on a matchup. Good. Here comes Mr. Bloomberg, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. Oh man, okay. Let's see what he's going to do. Probably something stupid. Hello. My name is Mr. William Bloomberg, head executive of World Wrestling Evolution Network. And my reason for being here is to address one Brian Dexter. You see, Mr. Dexter, I gave you a very firm warning about tampering with recruiting processes. Darren Tarleton was suspended because of that same action. And I gave you a warning, as I have never had any issues with you before, Mr. Dexter. But since then, Mr. Dexter, you have proven two things. Number one, you failed to follow instructions. Number two, you seem to fail when the lights are the brightest, hence why you are no longer the All Out Revolution Global Champion. And congratulations to Mr. Sean Wright. You love to talk about so since you have failed to follow instructions once again, I have no choice but to relieve you of your duties of an all-out Revolution wrestler. So Mr. Brian Dexter could... Hold on, Mr. Bloomberg.
I can Lorenzo Sampson
interrupt you, sir. I really don't. But I kind of don't want you to fire him. The problem is, I don't want you to fire him because I want you to think about it like this. If you fire him, then what does that mean for RJ and myself? If you fire him, that means we don't get the chance to beat down Brian. That means we can't beat down Brian and take him out ourselves and get our own measure of revenge without catching some type of charge. But then again, if we did, I know you would have our back. But regardless, here's what I'm suggesting. Instead of firing the guy, how about let myself and RJ get a crack at him? How about it is myself and RJ versus Brian, no count out, no disqualification, handicap match. How does that sound instead? Lorenzo Sampson, there is a reason why I have decided to scout you due to your intellect and due to your intelligence. That is actually a brilliant idea. So, Mr. Brian Dexter, you owe Mr. Lorenzo Sampson a thank you.
You don't owe him nothing.
Because he has just saved your position. So, instead of you being fired, on the following episode, it will be you versus Lorenzo Sampson and RJ Smith in a 2-on-1 handicap matchup. Oh, and one other thing, Miss Christina Miller, I will be having a firm word with you when this is all said and done. So thank you, Mr. Sampson, for helping me reach a conclusion. And to all of you wonderful fans, thank you.
You know, Mr. Bloomberg has a real bad habit of talking about people's wrestling abilities. And the fact that he almost fired Brian over this is absolutely ridiculous. So we got a 2-on-1 handicap match next week between Brian Sampson and RJ Smith. Oh boy, that's going to be a fun ride. But anyway, coming up next, it is the number one contenders matchup for the All Out Revolution Tag Team Championships as Reaper and Forsaken takes on the Cabal. The winner faces the Millennium Riders on the next episode, which again is the same episode we're going to have that handicap match in. Anyways, let's not worry about that. This is going to be an exciting tag team contest. So without further ado, let's get into it. The ominous atmosphere set by Reaper and Forsaken, one of the most dangerous tag teams in All Out Action and All Out Revolution. The following contest is the number one contenders match for the All Out Revolution Tag Team Championship, scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 617 pounds, the team of Reaper and Forsaken. Reaper and Forsaken have wasted no time in jumping and coming to All Out Revolution to prove a point. Coming to All Out Revolution and making the most of their time here. They defeated Weapons of Mass Destruction last episode. The Cabal defeated Thin and Wrath, one of the Rays of Apocalypse, and now it is down to these two. The winner faces the Millennium Riders on the following episode for the Tag Team Championship that you will be surprised these two have never won. Championship that you will be surprised never entered the grasp of Reaper and Forsaken. In fact, Reaper had yet to win a championship in his career. And the only championship, to Forsaken's credit, is the United States Championship when he defeated A2J under his former persona as Demon. So now, with this golden opportunity in front of him, I think it is going to be rather difficult to stop them at this point. But if any team that can do it, I believe it is the Cabal, the first ever All Out Revolution Tag Team Champions here. Here they come. Talk about men who've been wanting to get back into the spotlight. And introducing the opponent, accompanied by Taskmaster, at a combined weight of 420 pounds, Ryan Rage and Eldred the Cabal. Ryan Rage and Eldred, as mentioned before, they are the first ever All Out Revolution Tag Team Champions, and so far, Season 2 has not started the best for these guys. They lost the Tag Team Championship to Brandon and Alex on the very first pay-per-view, and then it seemed that every possible turn couldn't find their way back into title contention. They even lost to the Crew at the Breaking Boundary pre-show in a street fight, and so now Christina Miller is giving them this shot here, and to be fair, they've been making the most of it. Like I said, they defeated the team of Finn and Raz known as Rays of Apocalypse, but now they got to face the team of Reaper and Forsaken, and they're used to facing guys about their height, about their level, but I think this is the first time we might see the Cabal outmatched here, as far as size, as far as strength, and admittedly, as far as viciousness. And that's not a knock on the Cabal, because they're one of the most vicious teams in All Out Revolution. They've been holding it down since they got here, and this is a very interesting strategy to have Reaper and Ryan Rage start this matchup here. Making crystal clear that Ryan isn't backing down, and he tried to go at Reaper head on, and I don't think that was the wisest move to make. But then again, it's easy for me to sit here and an armchair quarterback this thing. And now look at this. Look at Reaper swinging Ryan Rage across the floor. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, it will be Sean Wright's open challenge for the All Out Revolution Global Championship. John mentioned that he was going to do an open challenge for the Global Championship, and that will be coming up next in our co-main event. So I'm definitely curious to see who jumps at that ship, as Sean Wright is our brand new Global Champion, defeating Brian Decker on the last All Out Revolution episode. And so right now though, we got to deal with the Cabal versus the Team Wicked in a number one contenders matchup, and so far for Ryan Reyes, this couldn't have started any worse for these guys. And they're thrown to the corner, straight right hand tag and made. Here comes Forsaken, 7'4", about 320 pounds. Talk about a beast of an individual. Look at that. Look at Taskmaster. They're trying to cause a little bit of a disruption here. And he might be well on the way to doing that. Eldred trying to take a shot there and wasn't able to hit it, but he probably wishes he did, as Ryan Rage is still in a heap of trouble. And I guess the question I gotta ask is, if you're the Cabal, how in the world do you combat this? The Cabal are used to fighting guys about their size, and to be fair, Sin, the guy that they fought last episode, pretty big dude. But you got two of these guys on their team. You got two. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, man. That might be a wrap right there, but Eldred goes in. He tried to bring it up the first time, and unfortunately he missed, but thank goodness he got it for the second time. And I'm saying, if you're the Cabal here in this one, how in the world do you combat this? With two large human beings and Eldred paying the price for stepping into this one. Getting tossed rope first and neck first across the top rope there. And, and what a shot in the corner by Reaper, and Ryan Rage is still in a heap of trouble. I don't even think Ryan Rage got a hit in on these guys yet. And that's no disrespect to Ryan, but this might be a wrap. This might be an open and shut case here. And I think Reaper's looking to finish one off. Wait a second, Eldred slipping in. Gonna send him out to the apron. And oh no. Look at this. Oh, the DDT on the apron. And what a drastic way to turn this matchup around. And the spine first and side first right into the barricade. To put him up over top here. And look at this. Oh, man. What a knee strike there. And I think that will give the Cabal the perfect chance to spin this matchup around. Talk about something that was needed if you're the Cabal here. They got a big man in trouble with every bit of a concussion if possible. And now, finally, the tag is made. Eldred, look at the, oh man, look at the take out the leg of Reaper here. And now look at this. Ryan Tamer is locked in. Eldred's got Reaper in all types of trouble. And Eldred's going to let that go. Probably knew good and well he wasn't going to win it like that. All right, that's official. I'm about to put a Mandate on the freaking curb stop. Talent, All Out Revolution guys, All Out Action guys too if you're listening. Mix it up. Please mix it up. I know the GM ain't gonna say nothing about it, but let me say what everybody's thinking. Mix it up. If I see one more person with a curb stop, I'm clowning. Seriously. Anyway, nonetheless, it wasn't effective here in this matchup as we move forward. My rant about the curb stop aside. Drop kick to the side of the head. The Cabal is finally getting the offense that they needed to get in this matchup. And now this is where they start execute. Now this is where they start putting in work. Especially with this right here. Right to the back. And then sliding knee strike right to the side of the head. And given everything, the wear and tear that's been going on in Reaper's body, this is definitely not something that's needed. Oh, wait a minute. He's going for the same thing that Eldred was going for. DDT on the apron for the second time. Yep. Concussion protocol. Where you at? We waiting for it. And now Ryan are doing the announce table. And Reaper now is in a very desperate situation. Oh, them ripped first right into the announce table. Oh, no. Oh, no. This isn't a good look, my man. Look at Eldred. Oh, man. F5 put him to the announce table. And they might have this one. They might win this matchup via count out here. Referee in the count of 7. Referee in the count of 8. The Cabal may have found a winning strategy. They may have, oh no. He's sitting up on the count of 9 and he barely makes the count back in. And oh, what a boot by Reaper. Ryan Ray tried to stay on top of him. It backfired. Reaper with the Reaper stab, putting him down. And just like that, this match may be over here. And oh, somehow, some way. It seemed that Ryan Ray was able to get the shoulder up. How, I don't know, but it shows the toughness of these guys. And it shows the Cabal's willingness to keep fighting in this matchup despite the odds looking crazy against them right now. I mean, this matchup, if we were scoring this on points, if J-Dog was here, we were talking about if we're scoring this on points, you would have to say Wicked still got this one. And despite Reaper going to the announce table, the fact that this matchup is still in the ballpark of Team Wicked just shows how dangerous of a unit these two are. Oh, man. And if they had chaos here, it would be even worse. But Eldred's getting in. He's having to really kind of save the day for his team. And taking down for thinking right there. Reaper's now getting back in this one. Looking for a shot. Reaper showing his wrestling side there. And down goes Eldred. Ryan racing. Oh, what a speed. What a spear breaking Ryan Rage in half. Ryan was not aware of any of that. Let's throw him into the corner. He's looking at Reaper telling him, come on, let's rock, let's go. And I think he's looking to end that one, but that momentary miscommunication may cost them the match. Wait a second. Ryan knocking. knocking Reaper off of the apron. And now this, dang it, Headless Horseman down goes Ryan Reigns, but Eldridge is getting back in this one. And if you gotta say, prop to Eldridge here, because if it wasn't for Eldridge, this matchup, you can argue, would be over right now. But Eldridge have been coming in clutch here. For the Cabal, the crowd in Salt Lake City is on their feet, and this is not a good look. This is not a good look for thinking there, the drop kick. Drive-by drop kick right to the side of the head, and the Reaper's boot on the floor. The Reaper's boot on the floor, but look at Ryan Reigns though. Getting his arm across. The Cabal might have this one. No, they do not. So close, man. How close was that? But now Ryan is fighting solo during a time where he needs to make the tag the most. This dude been taking a beating in this matchup, but he's not going to let that stop him. Look at that. 2 springboard frog splashes in a row. And now going to go to work in the arm, because why not? Take some of that power away from him, if at all possible. And I believe Ryan is just stalling time here for Eldridge to get back on the apron, and there he is. Because I think this entire time, I believe he was waiting on Eldridge. He saw him kind of looking and stepping to the outside for that brief moment. Look at this. Look at Ryan Reigns getting technical here. Oh! All that and a knee right to the spine. Moving 5 first into the corner. The Cabal may have this one. This is not a good look. Here we go. Oh! Excellent work. Excellent by the Cabal. This might be a wrap here. Wait, Ryan? No, Ryan should have stayed there. Ryan should have stayed in position. But look at Eldridge though. Showing off his strength and repeated backbreakers to Reaper his 3rd time. Right across the spine. And now they got for thinking 2-on-1. Now there may be a spot where they can bring this one home. Stiff right hand. Oh, and they can fight out of it. Shot right to the chest though. These two teams are bringing it. Going up and wait a minute. Oh no. Oh! Then the Eldridge out to the floor and he catches Ryan Reigns with a power slam. And now it's 1-on-1. After taking a fall like that, how in the world is Eldridge fighting back into this one? How? Please explain to me how. I think we're thinking about to knock the rest of the fight out of him at this point, but I digress. Wait a minute. Pack of for thinking gave out there. The Cabal might be on to something. Oh, good kick right to the midsection. Up to the rope go. Oh, Eldridge with the boot driving him down. And now, with him back on the apron. Wait a minute. Eldridge been fighting back. Reaper stepped to the outside. I don't think that was a wise idea. I think Forsaken was waiting on him. But Eldridge with these backbreakers again. Well, Ryan is still on the floor. He got to fight solo here. Eldridge is firing up. You got to bring this one home if possible. The power slam. And if Eldridge buying his time, he can get him out of his corner. You got him into the. Wait a minute. There's Ryan. Dropped it inside of the head. And I think he got him set up. They're about to bring him one home. In the middle of the corner. If they can bring it home, they'll be on to something. Ryan Reigns and Eldridge, bang! Right to the side of the head. Well, wait a second, Ref Reaper getting involved. There's Reaper getting involved. Saving the day practically for his team. Oh, had to go for a boot there. Ryan able to put a stop to it. Ryan trying to fight this man out of here. the legal man and for taking it down on the middle of the ring. And look at Reaper playing defense here, playing straight up defense here to prevent Ryan from going for the cover and to get Eldred out of the equation. That's allowing for taking time to get back to his feet. You can say they big, you can say they powerful, but what you can't say is that was stupid. And I think Reaper's mission is successful. Look at this, the double gut buster right there. And now Reaper got Ryan and sending them both in the same corner. What the world are they doing? Wait a minute. For thinking got both of them by the throat. Look at this. The double choke slam. I agree with this crowd here. Double choke slam, and I think the night is over with. That's all she wrote for Ryan Reigns, man. Wow. That might be it, man. Yes, it is. These two teams brought it, man. I ain't even mad at it. The Millennium Riders, look out. Here's your winner, the team of Reaper. And for sake, Team Wicked. I'm going to put it to you like this. Millennium Riders, this is going to be Wicked's first ever tag title opportunity. If y'all saw what they just did to the Cabal, I can promise you, they're not going to take that second match light. That much I can say. They better be at the top of their game, man. Because if not, it's going to be a rough state of affairs. But ladies and gentlemen, if we can, let's transition to end of an era real quick and mention that it will be Ashley Knight versus Angelina Spears in a grudge match. This whole grudge started thanks to the action of Angelina Spears back at Breaking Boundary, tossing Chloe from the top of the truck. Ashley has made it crystal clear. She didn't need Angelina's help. She doesn't want it. And at the end of an era, they're looking to put an end to things. Who's going to win that one? And then Nate Shields is going to be in an open challenge. Nate Shields would have had it matching against Darren, but sent to an attack on on the ice on the most recent All Out Action episode. What in the world did Mr. Bloomberg have in store for him? How will Nate Shields get one step closer to having his match against Darren? And can he win it anyway? And he has to win it or else he's fired. And then it's the Twisted Disciples versus, well, for right now anyway, it's the Millennium Riders, because the question is the Millennium Riders going to remain tag team champion after the next episode? But if they do, it's a title unification match against the Twisted Disciples. But that's also assuming the Twisted Disciples don't lose the title. And fellow Twisted Disciple member Carolyn Amber versus Gloria Bass. Two women, two of the top women in All Out Action and All Out Revolution currently. Two women who are more than likely going to bring every ounce of power, intensity to the table. And who's going to lead the first ever ACW Women's Champion. And then it's a triple threat match, Adrian Oxley versus Austin Watley versus Sean Wright. And that's assuming Sean retains his championship next. And that's also assuming he survives the go-home episode. But anyway, for right now, triple threat match. It seems that Adrian and Austin got into the alliance, but can they topple Sean? That's a good question. And then it's the World Championship title unification match, A2J, Jackson Wade, and again, this is assuming both men retain their championship in their respective matches, because A2J got a 60-minute Iron Man match coming up. Jackson Wade got a triple threat steel cage match coming up. So who's going to survive? And ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for a co-main event of the evening, and let's see who is accepting the challenge of one Sean Wright for the Global Championship. And I'll be, if you're Sean Wright, what a competitor this is. Ladies and gentlemen, for those that need a little bit of a reminder, this is XX. He made his return a couple of episodes ago, defeated Alex in 5 minutes. In under 5 minutes, technically. And so now, he gets a global championship opportunity here for those that are relatively new to XX in general. He actually did have work under the radar, where he was definitely very successful over there, numerous time champion over there, And so now he's looking to gain his first piece of championship gold here in All Out Revolution against Sean Wright. So if you're Sean, a brand new opponent, somebody that definitely innovated with an offense, and his mannerism clearly, to say the least. I wish XX the best of luck here against his champion in Sean Wright. Sean Wright is not wasting any time here. Sean Wright told the world last episode that he wants to continue the great legacy that Brian Dexter left behind as a global champion. And so tonight, he's going to defend that global championship in an open challenge match, but I question how wide this is. Oh, and by the way, he also challenged Dexter. And not only they were going to do an open challenge, but he did an open challenge, and he challenged Dexter to a matchup on the final episode of All Out Revolution. They have to say Sean's not wasting any time. That much I will say. Sean Wright making his way to the ring, the All Out Revolution Global Champion. And I gotta say, what a lineage that this championship has had up to this point. When you go from the cocky and brass Tatum Miles to Brian Dexter, who was willing to give everybody an opportunity. And now it looks like Sean is about to follow in that same footstep here. Giving opportunity to people. This is going to be XX's first ever single championship opportunity here in All Out Revolution. But he has to beat a pretty game, a pretty will-driven, a pretty determined Sean Wright in order to get it. So is it going to be easy? Absolutely not. It's possible though. Yes.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall limited for the All Out Revolution Global Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from another time, standing in at 5'8", weighing in at 190 pounds, X. And introducing the champion from Seattle, Washington, standing in at 5'10", weighing in at 215 pounds, he is the current All Out Revolution Global Champion, the Nightmare, Sean Wright.
You guys, they are relatively small in stature, but that doesn't mean that these two guys aren't about to go out here and probably get a freaking roof off the place. XX knows what this is about. We all know what this is about. This is our co-main event of the evening for the All Out Revolution Global Championship. XX, Sean Wright. Here we go. Matchup is underway. Get it on. It leads me to wonder how these two guys are going to start this matchup. They've got a lot of speed, they've got a lot of quickness. Now how quick are they going to be to resort to that? It looks like Sean is going to go at straight out. He went to the back of the leg from XX, and now look at these two kind of trading off strikes here. Sean doing the dang gun thing and getting it started. Ooh, counter from XX, trying to go for a forearm. And look at these two. I said somebody's going to have to hit something first. And, oh! This guy kept him with a clothesline. He gets right back to his feet without caught. Ain't a heel kick for his effort. That's acting stupid. He knows his game, man. He knows his stuff. And he was immediately ready for Sean to do that. I think that's a benefit. Being a smaller guy, you pick up on a smaller guy tendency, smaller guy pattern. And he knew that Sean was going to be ready to get back to his feet as soon as possible. Great fake out there from XX. Sean took the bait. And that time Sean was able to catch XX. And look at this. Dropping him right on his head with the DDT. XX tried to bait Sean, and it almost worked, but Sean was a step ahead of the game. And he gets a 1 count for that. Ooh. Kick right there. Sean got XX in a world of trouble here. I thought for a minute. Oh! I was about to say, I thought for a minute that this was about to swing more in XX favor. Apparently not, and XX now going to do the smart thing. He's going to make it foul. He's got to run, there's no time limit. Now he's trying to get back in the ring. XX is going to follow up here. He's looking to follow up. Great counter from Sean, then a drop kick to the knee. By Sean taking down XX. For the first time in a long time, I believe Sean is actually the bigger man in a matchup, and he can execute some of his power, and there he is. That's a perfect example right there. Dropping down XX with a disrespectful slap, and I don't think just because Sean is the bigger man that he's not going to resort to what brought him to the dance. His speed, his quickness. And they may try to out-quick XX if it's all possible. I'm not sure the speed that he has. Wait a minute, XX now keeping back up to his feet, and this time he's ready for Sean. Great work right there. XX now got Sean up on the top rope. Hurricane Runner. Down goes Sean Wright, straight into a cover now. Goes XX. This might be a wrap right here. I know it is not. They kick out at 2. I'm not surprised these two are starting out quick. These two are starting out hot and heavy. But I guess this is going to be a case of indoors. He's gassing. He's going to run empty first. And that time Sean with a step ahead of the game, catching him with the drop toe hold. And look at it. Ooh! From my personal vantage point, I hope. Oh! Yeesh. Old somebody caught XX, and he's about landing right on his head there. Man. New double Northern Light suplex is the technical side of Sean is showing there, but only you get the 2 count there. This right hand. Sean throwing off these kicks now, trying to put some striking into his arsenal. Ducks under. Here we go. Flip through. Hurricane Rana. Beautiful look. XX right back to his feet though. I was ready for that. XX was able to catch him with it early, and now we could do the same. And if it's the same, yes, we get the same result. If I was Sean, I actually probably would have been better off playing possum there, but I guess that didn't really pan out. I guess Sean is determined to get back to his feet, and I admire that. But clearly, you got a guy like XX. All right, he lost a couple of cool points from me for the dab, but clearly you got a smart competitor like XX who's ready for stuff like that. And look at it. Oh, man. They're also ready to go high risk at a moment's notice. A double foot thump right there to the midsection of Sean. And a kick out. Ooh. Good form right there. Off the rope goes Sean. Here we go. Flip through. Hurricane Rana. Excellent work. Wait a minute. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. I tell you that heel kick to great effect to the point where he now got combinations into it. It is so kind of alarming when certain strikes become your competitor's best friend, because Sean hasn't had an answer to that heel kick yet. It's the third time he got hit with it in this matchup. Look at this. Spinning Hurricane Rana. I think may have it here. Global Championship on the line, and Sean kicking out at 2. I think this is the thing if you're Sean, you got to worry about. You got a guy who's fast as all get out like XX in his bag now. Here we go, up over the top, beautiful. Beautiful work from XX, getting the crowd on their feet here in Salt Lake. Now Sean is really on the back foot. I mean, I said this is probably going to be a very, oh man. I had a feeling XX was going to be a tough competitor for Sean, and clearly that's the case here. And XX is on one right now. And they probably got something else planned for Sean. They're going to go up to the top rope on the other side. Not a bad idea. Here we go. Oh, they're going to go for that. A double foot thump again. Sean was able to counter. Oh, and that time they're going to pull them in. And drives the knee right into the midsection of the Dragon twist cutter from Shawn. That might be a wrap right there. No, it did not. Caught him way off guard with that one. Once again, it's 2 count. You can tell XX is kind of staggered here. How would you not be after getting hit with something like that, especially not being prepared for something like that? Now Shawn is going to continue the offense. Going to work on the head and neck area to set up for that Silent Dream super kick, or what he liked to use a couple of moves to set up before that. Either that torpedo DDT, which it looked like he was going for there. Excellent counter though, head scissors though, from XX taking down Shawn. Right to the midsection. To the outside goes Shawn. XX has been flying all over the place, and it's going to continue here. Hurricane Rod into the middle row. Shawn's going to have to look out, man. I promise you. You cannot allow XX to keep the ball rolling like this. This is not a good look. XX calling Shawn up to his feet. I don't know how good this is going to go for Shawn right here. Flip through. Oh, no, he caught him. Oh! That was just a violent powerbomb from Shawn. Good grief, man. Wow. What did you hurt the impact on that? Man, that was just vicious. And for once, when Shawn got the power advantage, that actually just... Ooh-wee. Well, Shawn might be on the way to wrapping this one up after that. Talk about a move that can turn the tide of a matchup. Man. I'm sorry, I didn't expect that out of Shawn, bro. I thought he was going to get fancy and do some pop-up cutter thing or something. But no, they're going to drop him dead on the back of his neck. That torpedo DDT connect. Silent Dream super kick did not connect, though. XX is back in this one. And look at him. Got a choke shot out here. XX is back in the matchup. And look at the choke out Shawn right here. If he's going to do it, though, is the question. He's been giving it their all here for the Global Championship. Coming up next is a no disqualification match. Brandino versus Nick Carter. These two are giving it their 100% best here. And Shawn is staying on him here. Not letting him get away. Here we go. Up over the top goes XX now. And now Shawn got something on his plate. Oh! XX going to get that mess out of here. XX getting on to get that mess out of here. XX, here we go. 630. 630 splash, and we might have a new global champion right here. Oh, I thought he had it. I thought he had it. Apparently not. Flip through. Knee strike. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I can tell, man. From all this action, I'm getting, bro. This is exhilarating in a way. And this is draining, my dude. But man, what a night of action we have had. Trying to go for the 630 miss for the second time, or missed it this time around. They didn't miss the first time, so I kicked out the first time. And now, Shawn maybe looking to put a bow on this matchup. Springboard, miss. Ooh! Is Shawn okay? He looked to be okay. I'm surprised. Knee strike from Shawn. That was the scariest thing I've ever seen, man. Torpedo DDT. Now Shawn might wrap this one up. That was scary. I'm glad Shawn was able to get back in this one. Silent Dream super kick finally connect. And now the Nightmare Unleashed. That might be it, man. Two of Sean's best moves back to back. Get the job done. Sean might want to get his neck checked out after that. Good grief.
Here's your winner and still the All Out Revolution Global Champion, the Nightmare, Sean Wright.
Contest we have for the Global Championship between Sean Wright and XX. Now, if you are Sean Wright in this situation, just imagine the challenge that awaits you. Going at the end of an era, bro, that's assuming you keep a hold of your title, man. That was a close one. That was a real close one for Sean Wright. But he pulled it off. I'll give him credit. That's no shame on XX. XX was at the top of his game.
Hello, Sean.
Oh, Christina Miller. Hey.
I don't mean to rain on your parade or anything, but I would like to be the first to issue you a congratulations for your performance against XX in that ring. And by the way, during your matchup, Dexter Tarleton actually came to my office, and he actually accepted your challenge for the Global Championship. So on the final All Out Revolution episode, it will be you, Sean Wright, defending your Global Championship against Dexter Tarleton. And I'm looking forward to that contest. But there are several other contests that I would like to make an announcement for. Number one, as a result of everything that happened with Toxet and everything that's been going on between Toxet, Gloria, Candy, Sassy, here's how we're going to solve it. Next episode, it will be Gloria Bass and two partners of her choosing to face the team of Toxet, Candy Vega, and Sassy Vega in 6-woman tag team action.
Sound good?
But speaking of matches, and specifically championship matches, as you all know, the main event will consist of Jackson Wade defending his All Out Revolution World Championship against Dave and Monster inside of a steel cage. But that's not the only championship match that will be taking place, because per request of the Millennium Riders, on that same episode, it will be the Millennium Riders defending their All Out Revolution Tag Team Championship against the team of Reaper and Forsaken.
Oh my!
In a tables, ladders, and chairs match. Something about them needing to conquer a past demon that they dealt with. Either way, I approve the match, and the match will be made official. So stay tuned to that episode, because there will be more matches that will be announced, and there will be more matches taking place. Thank you.
Oh my! Wait a second. So the Millennium Riders walked. You're telling me All Out Revolution Tag Team Champion walked into Christina's office and asked for a table, ladders, and chairs match against what in the world, bro?
The following contest is your All Out Revolution main event, a no disqualification match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 220 pounds, representing Top Class Warriors, Brandino.
These wrestlers are getting way too bold. What the world? So you got Sean challenging people. You got Millennium Riders walking into the office asking for a freaking TLC match. Are you crazy? And that was Jason versus Andrew confirmed with that 6-woman tag that we just heard with the world title steel cage match. What the man? That final episode is gonna be nuts. And this matchup is gonna be nuts. Given odds are what Nick Carter here is going to want to do to bring his
opponent from Dayton, Ohio, weighing in at 213 pounds. Please welcome back Nick Carter.
I think it's crystal clear the crowd are welcoming back Nick Carter because, well, ladies and gentlemen, it was Brandino who took out Nick Carter on All Out Revolution episode 28 because, well, he was really trying to prove his point because Jackson Wade was telling everybody to pull their weight and such. And Brandino pulled his weight by not only winning that matchup against Nick Carter, but then going that extra mile to try to take him out of action. They clearly failed, and now he's here. Welcome back, Nick Carter, and I hope Nick is able to accomplish his mission tonight of taking out Brandino and then going up the ladder to deal with the rest of Top Class Warriors. And ladies and gentlemen, if you watched up to this point, thank you. And if you have enjoyed everything up to this point, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and click the bell icon. That way you don't miss another upload, especially given the absolutely buck wild announcement we just heard from Christina Miller confirming. Technically, the following matches are confirmed. Jason versus Andrew is confirmed. Jason Wells versus Andrew Lance is confirmed. The 6-woman tag we just heard from Christina Miller. The 2-on-1 handicap match we heard between Lorenzo and RJ versus Brian. Dexter versus Sean. The tag, the freaking, oh my goodness. The TLC match for the tag title and the steel cage match for the world title. We ain't playing, dog. And ladies and gentlemen, again, just a further announcement, that's going to be the final All Out Revolution episode before End of an Era and before Action Central Wrestling. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have enjoyed everything up to this point, and including this episode, man. It feels almost unreal. And right now, Brandon's about to have an unreal feel. Brandino here is about to have an unreal feeling as well, because Nick Carter is beating this man from pillar to post in the opening bell, not letting up in the slightest to get back on topic here. And wait a minute, look at it. Oh, a German suplex on the floor. Good grief. I mean, this is no disqualification. Oh, man. What a vicious steel chair shot right to the head. And Brandino is busted open. But Nick Carter not showing any remorse, not showing any mercy here towards Brandino. Ooh, man. With him rip first. Right into the steel step. And a stiff punch right to the ribs, sending Brandino over into the crowd. Brandino needs to get something going, because this is not the way you want this matchup to go. If you are Brandino here, especially if you're a member of Top Class Warriors. Angry. But anyway, Nick Carter is actually giving Brandino a full-scale beating here. The crowd here in Utah getting a front-row viewing experience of it. Brandino catching him with the elbow, finally getting something going there. Sending him off into the barricade, and this time Brandino sending Nick. Oh, man. The German suplex, you can say, to the back of the head of Nick Carter. Must have hit that crate on impact, and now Brandino got a wide open target. Talking about something that was needed if you were Brandino. He was getting beat senseless in there. Now Brandino. Look at the, oh! Dude. What a vicious shot with that trash can. Oh my Lord. Again with that. Again with the trash can. Right to the top of the head. And now, Nick Carter is in a world of trouble. Wait a minute. Ooh, the forearm, couple jabs there. Throws him right into the apron. This is what Brandino needed to do. He needed to kind of slow this matchup down, because if he didn't, Nick Carter was going to run wild here. Brandino had already busted open at the hands of Nick Carter in that same steel chair. I'm sure Brandino's going to look to cash in a little bit of a receipt on that. Oh, this isn't a good look here. Oh, a powerbomb right on the chair. Good grief. The viciousness on display. Brandino going for a cover, and they kick out at 2. Nick Carter staying alive in this one. The first cover of the matchup, by the way, in this one. Now, Brandino got a steel chair in hand. Oh, look at that. Trying to go for a shot to the gut, but great counter though, and a suplex from Nick Carter onto the chair now. Range of the dish, best served cold, and And I think Nick is definitely going to be on the process of doing, oh no. Uh-oh. Oh! Gotta go for the elbow, he missed. Arm hits the chair, leg layered in the back of Nick Carter's head off the other chair. An unfortunate turn of events for Nick Carter, and this might be over, and no, it is not. What an unfortunate turn of events for Nick Carter. You get that when you get when you try to take things a bit too far. And of course, Brandino are going to continue to use the steel chair, the viable weapon in this no disqualification matchup, with a spinning kick up to the face. And down goes Nick Carter. Good here. Oh, man. First right into the steel chair. And Brandino now got the second chair in play. And Nick Carter is in a, world of trouble now for the second time. Head first off the steel chair. Brandino going to go for the cover to end this one. And no, it is not. Showing the heart of Nick Carter, showing the resiliency of Nick Carter to stay alive. That was Brandino's in. Okay, he got a table. Perfectly legal to have in this one. Now he's setting it off. I think he got some very evil intentions in mind, and he's going to try to go for another weapon probably. And Nick Carter's like, I see you, bro. Come on, let's get it. Nick Carter was indeed ready for it. Wait a minute, throw him off into the corner. Take down there on the part of Nick. I wonder how much can Nick take. I mean, he's probably running off of emotion, running off a ton of energy here. The crowd in Salt Lake City is loving this action. On their feet for this one. And Nick Carter looking to really take out Brandino here. Sets him up on the table. This isn't a good look. Brandino might want to be careful. They can look at to go crazy. Wait a second, Simon Ortiz. Simon Ortiz jumping in. Taking down Nick Carter and a no disqualification. Top class warriors clearly getting involved in this thing. What is this? I mean, of course, Brandino couldn't handle this solo. Gotta get it boys out here. Oh, man. Oh, repeated low blows from Nick Carter. And the worst part about it is all of it is perfectly legal. And here comes Johnny Evil now. I knew he wasn't too far behind. And Brandino got time to recover. The Black Assassin is just mauling, absolutely mauling Nick Carter here. And as much as angry and bitter as you want to be about it, man, they ain't breaking the rules. There are no rules in this thing. It's just a shame that Brandino started this one. And it seems that he can't end this one by himself. It's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic in the power slam on the ram. Brandino's I'm looking over. It looks like Brandino's recovered here. But I don't know how well the recovery is going to be for Nick Carter in this one, and Simon Ortiz driving the steel step into the back of the head. Come on, enough is enough, man. Oh! And Nick Carter still got a match to wrestle. I mean, this isn't thrown out. This is, absolutely pathetic. Brandino now looking to take control. Wait a second, here comes Dave. Here comes Dave walking his way down the ramp here. Catching Johnny Evil with a spine buster. And look at Dave dealing with Simon Ortiz and Johnny Evil at least. We're going to remove them two from the equation. Ain't good enough for that. Need two out of here. It doesn't involve them, it doesn't concern them. I get it, another qualification match, but still. And Jacqueline Brandino, oh, wait a minute. Oh! And down goes Johnny Evil, and back on the inside of the ring, Brandino has taken control here. And doing board like assassin, saving his rear end. What else would you expect? Oh, no. Brandino got Nick Carter in a world of trouble. Oh, no. And now Brandino is going to put that table to good use and put Nick Carter right through it. And given the ambush that he just suffered at the hands of the Black Assassin, this one may be it. And the brain buster on the floor now. What a shame this is. And that Nick Carter with an awesome return, and now it's about to end this way because they have to. Oh! Nick Carter kicking out of this one. And Brandino's absolutely shocked and livid. And he's going to continue the onslaught to Nick Carter here. Now going to undo the turbo. Oh, come on. I've done enough to the man. And Brandino using that exposed turnbuckle as the weapon. And who's going to stop him for real? Oh, this is back elbow the second time. Looking right to a tiger suplex, dumping him in the back of his head. Man. This is absolutely absurd. I mean, the level that Brandino and the Black Assassin are going to beat Nick Carter, that move was just, stupid. And the Black Assassin getting involved, leaving Brandino wide open. He's probably not going to, he got him. Pretty much this match is fine field. Wait a second. Brandino probably sitting there thinking about that Eagles landing, but Nick Carter was able to counter it. Great uppercut there. And the damage to Brandino is really taking its toll. Oh! Carter with a stiff right hand. And here we go. Nick Carter, drive-by kick. And now Nick, this is something that Nick needed. Nick is about to go ahead and spin this one back in his favor here. What a night of action, what a main event we are witnessing here between these two. The fight this has been, despite the Black Assassin's involvement, you got to give props to Nick Carter. He's still alive and kicking in this one. What heart this guy got. What heart, what will, what drive, what determination Nick Carter has to get that measure of revenge here against Brandino. And Nick was doing a bit of housekeeping. And I don't think that housekeeping was for any good intention. This is not good. Oh! Nick Carter sacrificing himself and Brandino to pull off that superplex. Right onto the ladder. And now, oh no. Nick Carter got some evil thoughts in mind for Brandino, making him reflect on his life at this point. Oh, dumped it to the outside. Oh, wait a second, Jackson Wade now. First Johnny Evil and Simon Ortiz. Now Jackson Wade. Jackson Wade with the spear. This is ridiculous. AOR World Champion getting involved, helping his boy up to his feet, and Brandino is being tossed back on the inside, but Brandino can't even get his arm across his chest properly to go for a cover. Jackson Wade jumping on the apron, hollering hollering and instructing the Eagles landing. Oh, God. Jack and Bay Aiken. Oh, wait a second. The Carter kicking out. And Wade is furious. Got something evil in mind for. Oh, he beat down Nick here, and he's going to stop it. He would have worked to stop this man. No rules. And Nick can just sit back and watch Jack do his handiwork. And wait a minute, now Brandino's going to jump in. Oh! And kick sending down Brandino. Wait a minute. Nick Carter putting a little bit of pep in his step. I see you, bro. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. The dive taking Jackson Wade out on the floor. And now, that kick sending Brandino to the outside. Now he can return his focus. Back to Brandino. And Carter looking to continue to take advantage here. Jackson Wade is slowly making his feet to the. Uh-oh. There's Monster. There's Monster down. Looking to get at him. Well, the world champion spears him through the barricade. What a chaotic match this has been. Top Class Warriors getting involved. And now Monster getting rid of the world champion. Good grief. And back on the inside of the ring. Nick Carter and Brandino going at it. Nick Carter got some evil intention for Brandino. Mode-AOR. Mode-AOR to Brandino. Pump handle. X Factor. No excellent counter from Brandino. And I think Top Class Warriors are no longer going to be a factor in this matchup. With now leaves it back at Mono how it should have been. But of course, Top Class Warriors ain't going to play by the rules. Brandino there, excellent leg lariat. What a leg lariat taking down Nick Carter. Going to go for some type of clothesline. Brandino able to get countered. Wait a minute, look at it. Oh, trying to go for a knee. Got to go for a knee there, and Brandino with the shoulder tackle. Then Nick Carter crashing into that ladder. Good grief, and Nick Carter now. Oh man, I'm surprised he didn't split himself open even more on that. Good grief, that was just ugly, man. And now, Brandino, he got the ladder in the ring, but he probably might not even use it at this point. And he didn't need to. But Nick Carter was able to counter the Eagles landing. Now we got something in mind for Brandino. Oh, with a fake foot right into the ladder. What is this? Oh! A suplex. Putting Brandino right through the ladder now. And wait a minute. Carter got the steel chair. Oh, wait a minute, putting the steel chair around the ankle of Brent. Oh no. Oh no. Nick Carter said he was going to get revenge. I don't think he meant every bit of that. Look at this. Oh, the moonsault. The moonsault right onto the leg and the ankle of Brandino. Now look at this. Now look at this. Now we got a single leg. Boston Crab, and he just smashed that ankle into a steel chair. And Brandino got a tap out. Good grief. Here's your winner, Nick Carter. Nick Carter going to drastic measures and props to him for staying alive, showing that heart, showing that resiliency. And I think it's clear Top Class Warriors heard the threat of Nick Carter. They clearly tried on this night to do what they could, but it didn't work, and also in part thanks to Dave and Monster that didn't happen either. But apparently, ladies and gentlemen, we still got some altercation going on in the back. But for right now, Nick Carter is standing tall with the victory. And there we go. Monster and Dave are still going. Monster and Jackson are still going at it. Ooh. Oh, great shot there from Monster. Sending. Oh. Sending. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, a tombstone on the concrete. Goodness. And you wonder how in the world Jackson Wade is going to feel going into his world championship matchup. He's taking a beating like that. He can get laid out by both men. Wait a second. There's Dave now. Monster and Dave caught up, and here we go. And now they're fighting. They're tearing the backstage area apart. But on the next All Out Revolution episode, and the final one, the only way these two guys are going to be seen in the backstage area during that cage match is after the match. And the question is, who's going to be coming back through this area as the world champion? That's assuming they even make it to the match in the first place. Oh, my. Oh. That's the Moen drop on the fire extinguisher. Probably tried to break Monster's back on that one. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we got to get out of here. We got to go. But ladies and gentlemen, tune in to the next All Out Revolution episode. Oh, man. Good grief, ladies and gentlemen. Be in Boston. We will holler at you guys later.